This is written by John. It's at thechive.com. And it's entitled, Something is Rotten in the Denver Airport. 13 photos. You are greeted at the airport by Mustang, by New Mexico artist Luis Jimenez, one of the earliest public art commissions for the airport. Standing at 32 foot tall and weighing over 9,000 pounds, Mustang is a blue cast fiberglass structure with red shining eyes. Jimenez died in 2006 while creating the sculpture, when part of it fell on him and severed an artery in his leg. The murals are fairly shocking. Here we have refugees living in a basement, and the Lord of Death, brandishing an AK-47, killing the dove of peace. Gray waves pulse from the figure, and the waves pulse outward, killing everybody in its path. The figure wears a gas mask, implying the gray waves. The instrument of death in his case is a biological weapon. Let's check that out. There's his sword, killing the dove of peace. You can't tell exactly what country that uniform is from, though. And here's the wave of the dead. At a glance, AUAG would logically be the symbols for gold and silver. But that meaning is called into question when you find out that one of the founders of the airport also discovered a new deadly strain of hepatitis, known as Australia antigen, also called AUAG. It has been rumored that AUAG could be a potent weapon in biological warfare. This symbol rests on the ground directly in front of the biological warfare mural. Right, as part of the capstone. Nobody really knows who paid for the Denver airport construction. Besides the fact that this dedication stone says it's covering a time capsule for the people of Colorado. It also says the airport was paid for by the New World Airport Commission. The New World Airport Commission does not exist. Set against the backdrop of a solar flare and horrific destruction, not to mention the extinction of various species, including whales and sea turtles. Children are in the center sobbing over 3 open caskets. You'll notice there's a little girl in the back, on the right, holding a Mayan tablet, alluding to the end of the world. But the Mayans also predicted a rebirth, which is why some life, such as the penguin and bird, are being preserved. And let's not overlook the city being destroyed in the background. All of the children of the world bring in the weapons from their country, handing them to a German boy. The gas-masked man from the previous scene is now dead. Right here. 2 doves perched atop his body. All of the children appear to be relieved. The deeper metaphor is a return to peace, a rebirth. There will be no more need for weapons in the new world. That I'd like to see. Super chat from What's the Allegory, Morning Glory? What's the Allegory says, I plan to live just long enough to see the time capsule opened. I'll be in my hundreds. Nothing says welcome home like a demonic figure crawling out of a suitcase. That, of course, being the gargoyle, of which there are several. There's 2 or 3 of them. One of them is an animatronic. The final mural is oddly reminiscent of the Garden of Eden. The world now lives in peace after the horrific events that have taken place. All the murals, when viewed in sequence, depict a massive genocide, followed by the formation of a now less populated, harmonious new world. I wonder how they figure less populated. Maybe just because of all the people that died in the apocalypse. Finally, let's return to those bunkers. Thank you, Devoured Eagle, for the super chat. Wow. Devoured Eagle with the thumbs up. Thank you, Devoured Eagle. The photo above is a blueprint of 5 buildings that were mysteriously buried during the early days of construction of the Denver airport. These 5 large buildings were fully constructed and subsequently deemed to have been positioned incorrectly. Rather than being demolished, the buildings were ordered to be buried. Yes, buried. The underground bases, as they are referred, are currently being used as storage, according to airport authorities. This fact is not debated, We already know there's an underground structure beneath the airport. The real question is how deep the rabbit hole goes. We may never know. Updated by Leo. President Obama was in Denver last year when the comet Elenin passed by the Earth, barely missing us by 22 miles. Some say that if the comet would have struck Earth, it's back to the Stone Age for us. Nonetheless, there was a chance that it could have hit, and President Obama was conveniently ushered to Denver, which, in my opinion, adds more to the existence of not only a military bunker, but also the largest, most advanced bunker in the U.S., because the president wouldn't go to some half-assed bunker if there was a threat of complete world destruction. Just saying. Update 2. Just got a weird phone call from Government Affairs, whatever that is, on our office phone. That's how the caller ID appeared. They hung up after we answered. If this post disappears for some reason, you know why.